It doesn't exist too. It can never ever exist too. You do not lie, you do not fail. What is hard for you to do? It doesn't exist. It can never ever exist. Why this machine they do so? It doesn't exist. It can never ever exist. They know you, trust in you. That's most reason. Hello. Hi. 1 minute, 1 minute. Why isn't this thing opening now? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel or to my Sunday live session. So as you can tell from the title, sorry, I had to put one or two things together. That's why I was away for some seconds. So as you can tell from the title, I'm asking you guys watching me right now, what's your take on how is it called again? Polyamory. Let's just chat about it. If you're a fan to the Red Table Talks like I am, then you already know by now that a couple of days ago, an episode was aired which Willow Smith, the daughter of Jada Pinkett and Will Smith, came out as being polyamorous. And for me, I found it kind of, I don't know how to explain how that's the thing, dreams. That's exactly what came to my mind. Like, It's just a modern way. Is it a modern way? Trying to call prostitution. Am I supposed to call that word? Yeah, it's like a modern way of saying I want to be a hoe, but you're trying to justify it. You understand? So I watched an episode on the Red Table Talks where Will and Jada's daughter Willow came out as being polyamorous, and I was like, if I should walk up to my African mother and tell her, mom, or to my dad and tell him I'm polyamorous, I don't know what they are going to tell me, or I don't know the amount of prayers in which they're going to pray for me, because I don't see why a lady will wake up one day and be like, I'm polyamorous. Like, what do you get from one that you can get from the others? It's so funny. Not funny. It's I don't know. As an African girl, it's this disgusting. Yeah, they're branding it now with a new name as polyamorous, polyamory. Look at the way they think it's even complicated to call. Like, so I watched the episode and I'm like, let me just come on here, let's chat and talk about it. There's a lot that's happening these days, and I feel like this social media, imagine Willow, she's just 20 and she should have a group of young people following her. What example is she like setting? I don't know. In the Western world, it could be okay because there everything seems okay. There's a lot that's okay in the Western world that for me, I don't think it's okay. Like there's just a lot that's normal to the Western world, and for us here in Africa, it's just not normal. You understand? And the thing is, everyone is aware. Yeah, everyone is aware. Now you see, a lot of us Africans we like to copy. So tomorrow you will see one person, a young girl will just wake up and start misbehaving or and start doing one, I don't know, having multiple partners and be like, I'm polyamorous, and by so you cannot judge her because she's polyamorous. Like, is it even accepted? Morally, I feel like even if there are things like this, people feel like it's okay. It's not okay. You need to sit and reflect within yourself. Like, what image do you want to present to people out there? Does it sound okay in your ears or what? You see, it's not morally right. It's the thing is the reason why I'm saying this is because these Western people, they have like a lot is just going on there that I just don't get. You understand? A lot is going on there that I just don't get. And it's not like I'm judging. No. It's not. I don't know if I should say I'm judging or not. It's not like I'm judging, but I'm just giving my own honest point of view. You see, like all this other stuff that are happening, this kind of risky kind of stuff, and the other people, a lady will just wake up and say, I want to be a man, and I'm in the wrong body, or and the other way around, like I don't know. God who made you a woman or a man, is it that God made a mistake, or are you thinking that God made a mistake in making you a woman or a man? So a lot is just going on in the Western world, like in this, let me call it white man country, that I just don't understand. I just don't understand. So sometimes I just sit and I ask myself that this same church that we go, this same this same instructions that we are following from the Bible, is it that they study another Bible, or is it that there is another part of the Bible that we haven't read yet? Because for you to just think some certain things are okay, I don't know how I can explain this. I made a video. I watched this video. I reacted to it. It's just that I haven't edited the video yet. Like I'm here to edit and I'll still upload the edited one. But I just really wanted to get many people's point of view on this thing because to be honest, the clear for my ear. I just don't get it. That polyamory. Even some people will try to excuse themselves as if a man can have two, three, four wives, why can't a woman have um how can I call it, two, three, four, they call it emotional partners. Is it even okay to for someone to be emotionally connected to many people? Because on that episode in which they aired, let me see. In that episode which they aired, there was a visitor, there was a guest on the show who's a lady dating a man who's married, who's dating other. Just imagine the triangle. You understand? I'm a lady, I'm dating a man who's married and probably dating another man and probably dating another. And so there's no boundary. You understand? There are no boundaries just because you feel like I'm a woman who is able to have multiple emotional connections and all that. Me thinking about it on my own, imagine you having like six, they call it emotional partner. I don't think there's anything emotional in having many, I don't know how to put it. Imagine you're just because you guys have this idea that you are in a polyamorous relationship or you are polyamorous in nature, you have this partner, you have another partner. You don't know the partner you don't know the other person that person is seeing. You don't know the other person that that person is seeing. So the triangle just kind of becomes very vast. Imagine maybe this person has disease from here, you carry it from here and bring it here. If you should even get pregnant, will you even know who the father of your child is? Because you're emotionally entangled to so many people in the name of polyamory. For me, I feel like it's not just done. I don't know if it's because I'm an African or if it's because of the way I was brought up, but I just don't feel like it's there's anything okay with that. They should even if there's a myth, even dismiss it and a whole bunch of things that if I don't know. And on the episode when they asked her what's her take on marriage, she says the only reason she can get married if the person she's getting married to, maybe she has something she wants to do, for example charity or something, and her partner has the same thought and they could come together and join their resources and do whatever. That sounded more like a business partnership or venture that actually has nothing to do with marriage. That's the thing. Imagine now Jade, what's her name again, Willow. She's just 20 and she has a huge, I'm sure she should have a huge fan base. Most of them being teenagers and all that. She's just 20. You understand? Now, imagine your young daughter, maybe your teenage daughter, or even young, not even around 12 years old, who really likes Willow and growing up she says she's polyamorous, and after she starts behaving like that because her role model, if she can do that it's right, because some people these days follow role models like they are crazy. I watched a video a couple of days ago of a lady who drew a tattoo of another lady on her skin just because of the word fan. I'm her fan. I like, are some people okay or what? Because I don't get it. Now it's going to be contaminating a whole lot of generations. She's a public figure. People will feel like, oh, if Willow can do it, then it's all right. Imagine. And we Africans who would like to copy. Now so they go the copy. And I love the fact that her grandma was not just she wasn't feeling it at all. She wasn't feeling it at all. Like not even one bit. She's like she does not even understand the dynamic or how it works. Like, what do you even stand to gain? Is it just the sexual satisfaction or what do you stand to gain in that kind of relationship? because obviously being in a polyamorous relationship, you feel like you can do whatever you want to do with whoever you want to do whenever you want to do it. You understand? Imagine being with this person today and you feel like, this person, one thing or two things are lacking. You go and look for another person to satisfy that one or two things that's lacking in this person. And that other person will definitely be lacking in one way or the other. Now you look for another to satisfy whatever is lacking in the other two. And you don't build a connection. That's the thing. Yeah, that maybe we should question their upbringing. But looking at the parents, even though they've had their own, I don't know, from videos we've been seeing surfacing online, they've had their own drama. A lot of drama has been in the relationship of their parents and all that. But still, because at the end of the day, if the dad and the mom think it's all right for her to live the kind of life that she's living. By the way, she's an adult now and she can do whatever she wants to do with her life. That's one thing. It's not like she's underage that the mom or the dad could be like, no, you can't do this or you can't do that. At this point, she's an adult. She can do whatever she wants to do. But I feel like the parents too might have played an important role in whatever is happening in her life. But as an adult as well, you need to think that is this thing I'm doing, is it morally right? There are stuff that there are parents who are, how can I put it, terrible parents, but the children turned out to be something else, a lot better. You understand? So upbringing or no upbringing, once you get to a certain point, you know what's right or you know what's wrong. You can differentiate right from wrong. And if she's always been that way, it's one thing. If it's just a decision that you just wake up out of a sudden, because I can say for sure that she's not been polyamorous all her life. They should not even try that one in Africa. They should not try it. Oh, they shouldn't. Even this cross-dressing thing that a boy will just wake up and start dressing like a girl. That's how some people. Some people feel like this monogamy thing is like a joke or it's like a trap. Maybe you're just being caged to, like you're in a cage, you cannot explore. Yeah, that's true. But I feel like before getting into any form of union, anyways, be it polygamy or monogamy, there should be a sort of, I don't know, how can I put it? You should understand why you're getting into that commitment. Then for you to get into a relationship, to get married to someone where you know you're going to be cheating, it's better you remain single. You understand? And still, if some people will be like, even people in monogamous relationships, they still cheat or they still go out and do all those nasty things. Yeah, they do it. But I feel like they just don't do it like that, like it's okay. They are quite aware that what they are doing is not okay. So that's why they do it in, I don't know, somehow, how can I put it? They don't just do it openly like that. They do it and cachet. These days, I don't know what's happening to me with one or two French. What? So that means I could just wake up and then I'll build a house. Like, but how how fun can it be? And then I have like 6 different men catering for me. What do they in terms of marry? Is it that they end up marrying uh the does she end up marrying the man? A polyamorous relationship, does it end in marriage, or does it just end in just maybe flirting around and having the all the pleasures and all that? Because I just don't get it. At the end of the day, where is it leading to? Whatever relationship, whatever kind of commitment you're in, you need to ask yourself, where is it leading to? The same as when people, even when people date, when people are dating for some time, like they date and they ask themselves question, where is this relationship leading to? Is it something that's going to lead to maybe a much serious commitment in future, or are we just dating for now? So you need to know whatever relationship or whatever commitment you're getting into, you need to ask yourself the question, where the commitment, or where is it leading us to? So where can polyamorous relationships lead to? I watched a video once on, I'm sure it's on Facebook, not so long ago, about a lady who same polyamorous shit. So she is kind of like, I'll call it an entanglement. It seems as if entanglement these days is like, is the word, with 2 men. Like they sleep together on the same bed. She sleeps in the middle, and she has 2 kids. And then I ask, so who is the father of the kids? Like, is it that they just have this month or this year, this one, I get pregnant for this one, and the next pregnancy is this other person? Or I don't understand. I don't understand at all. Mm-hmm. On the other hand, yeah, on the other hand, if a man can have two two wives, what more of a woman? That's the question some people will be asking. Probably those that are in support of the dynamic. Growing up as a child, like my grandparents were polygamous. You understand? So my grandfather kind of had 2 wives. And for me, I don't know, I feel like that's okay. Because growing up as a child, I don't know, okay as in okay, okay as in something I'm used to. Because the reason why I'm so, I don't know, kind of paranoid about the polyamorous thing is because it's something I'm not used to, and it doesn't really sound okay. It doesn't sound, in fact, clear in my ears. It's sounding so, I don't know. Probably normally they say if something is new to you, it's not going to be sound or look that okay. But I think ethically, polygamy as well. I'm not in support of polygamy. Oh. I'm not. Just any union that there's bound to be discrimination, because you could never love, if you have two wives, you could never love both of them the same. You understand? So, and discrimination is so not my thing. You can never be the same. It's either you have something you're gaining from one and another thing from the other person. That's how I see it. And it happens in mm, and I feel like when I see things online like this, I get scared of the Western world. I feel like, especially, let me just say the Western world. Let me not just be specific, because most of these Western countries, like, there's a lot that they practice. I don't know if it's a practice or like there's just a lot going on there that I don't understand. My tiny brain cannot like understand what's going on there. So I just don't know. It might feel like you're emotionally kind of satisfied somehow, because you can get satisfaction from several different from several persons, or from different persons. As in, if this person is lacking in this, you can actually get it from this other person, or if this person is lacking in this, you can get it from the other one. That's the only way they might think it sounds okay. But in other words, like, you will never be able to deal with your own issues if you can only, maybe if you have issues here, then you use this other place to solve this issue. You have this one, you use other. You'll never be able to like deal with your own issues. You'll never be able to like stay committed. I don't know. By the way, it happens every now and then. I won't. I cannot say for sure that there's a person. Maybe there are quite few people, but in almost everyone's life, there's been that state or that stage where you find yourself maybe in entanglement, in Jada's words. You understand? Probably temporarily. It doesn't last, but it's different from you coming out and saying, I am like this in nature. It means you feel like it's okay for you to have multiple emotional connections. So now that boils down to, in polyamorous relationship, is there even love? Is there love in, I don't know, in those kind of relationships? Because I feel like you can't love two people the same. I cannot be in love with this person and maybe 50-50 with this person. The connection you build with one person is different from the connection you build with another person. It can never be the same. It can never be the same. Two people can never be the same. They might look alike, but never the same. So is there really love involved in this kind of relationship, or it's just a child's play? These are the kind of things you see men of God will be like, the kingdom of God is near. And for real, the kingdom of God is really near, because the kind of things that are happening nowadays. Sometimes I'll just be like, God, when that day reach, please, I want to make heaven. I want to make heaven. I only hope and wish I'm doing the right thing, because you never can tell. And this is it's very disadvantageous. You can call, I believe, just having multiple emotional. I don't know why I keep calling it emotional. I'm trying to not be too. I don't know. Having multiple emotional connections, be it with multiple women or with multiple men. This goes to even polygamous stuff, because if you have a wife and if you have like six different wives, you don't know, this one have, this one is okay, this one have this trouble that's disturbing her, this other one have this. You carry from here, carry from here, carry from here, and bring it here. That's just how I see it. Like, it's not, what I'm basically trying to say is, I don't think it's healthy at all. Health wise, it's not. Psychologically, I feel like it's draining, because your mind is never going to be in a state of rest. Your mind is always just going to be all over the place. Like, all over the place. Do you guys like kind of live in the same house together, or you live separately? Today, what if you're with this person and this person is calling? Is it that they live in the same house together, or how? Because I just don't get it. I'm still trying to figure out how this dynamic works, but yet I've not been able to place my hands on how the dynamic works. I haven't been able to do so. So, is there an aspect of jealousy or not? Or everything just goes smoothly? Like, when do they do things together like that, or one after the other, or like, there are just so many questions that I need answers. I just, not that the answers are going to help me. Maybe they are going to help to satisfy this curiosity, which is not even going to change the way I feel about it. But I just feel like I need answers. I need to understand. If you're living in a world like this, I just want to understand the world in which I'm living in. Because in Africa, if you mention that, they'll just tell you that's modern day prostitution. You want to just be selling yourself out there, or you just want to be sleeping around with men in the name of polyamory. No need to even put it polyamory. Just say you want to be sleeping around with just say ramen. So I take, for example, like these ladies who work on the street. It's almost the same thing. The only difference is that there's no emotional attachment attached to it, as defined the word polyamory. Polyamory. Polyamory, or is it hey, look at the way the name is even difficult to call. I will feel like I will even bite my tongue. Feel like biting my tongue just by pronouncing the word. Mm-hmm. Connect my listen, please. Disconnect the alarm. Mm-hmm. This one is gonna. Okay. Please, guys, if you're watching, give the video a thumbs up. Like the video, please. Just give it a thumbs up. It's going to help. So it's going to, I don't know how it's going to help. Like, I'm just, by the ways, guys, how's your Sunday? Like, hope not as For me, I strongly believe in monogamy for no reason, not because society says a man or I just feel like it's comfortable, it's easy. You can easily figure out where there's a problem and try to sort it out. You can easily understand a single person than a bunch of people. You understand? So it's easy. It's how can I even begin to give the characteristics or the benefits? I would prefer monogamy today, tomorrow, and every day, every day, every day after. You understand? If you have a problem, you can easily sit down and talk to one person. You understand? And try to sort out that problem rather than when if you are emotionally or if you are attached or entangled to a whole lot of people, it's going to be difficult because you need to figure out what's wrong with this person, you need to figure out what's wrong with the other person, you need to figure out what's wrong with the other person, and at the end of the day you will have to solve this person's problem differently, solve this one's problem differently, and solve the other person's problem differently. Whereas if you're just with a single, if you're in a monogamous relationship, stuff like that can easily be minimized. You understand? It's reliable and it even sounds morally okay. It's the same with polygamy. Let's just not just dwell on the polyamory. It's the same with polygamy. If you have one wife as well, it's easy. You understand? It's better. I don't know. There are some women, one women that are like 50 women. One women, 50. Hey, God, Fallon. There are women who are like one woman can even be 50 women all together. There are women like that. But still, it's better. I think it's way better to be with a single person than being with double or multiple people. That way, you can easily figure out where the problem is coming from. You can easily figure out, find it, you guys find a solution together and just all that. So, anyways, guys, I will be leaving you guys at this point. I might be going live again in the night, maybe twice a day. And today is Sunday, I guess. So people do have a lot of stuff to do, probably after church meetings and all that. So I think we will talk better in the evening. So thank you guys for stopping by. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next live session. These days we're going to be going live as often as we can just because it's easier. Yeah, and it's best even you're able to interact with people live, you get people's point of views, you reply to their comments directly as opposed to maybe someone just commenting and then you reply. Like the connection, it's way better when you're live. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next session.